Man, honestly, I seriously wish that, Bbmzansi had more sponsored, tasks. I'm like, yeah.
I enjoyed it.
So, like, I mean, it's crazy.
Even though it was long.
Yeah. But I mean, one of the reasons why I just love the sponsored tasks is when you actually, that moment is where you begin to see people, in terms of how, from their intellect, right? How sharp they are, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, last night was all about Tyrone. I mean, most eyes were on this guy. Say, this guy just they sweep everywhere. Waiting to suck. Like Tyrone was like on fire. Yeah, it was on fire.
I just enjoyed the whole thing.
I did, right? And I mean, the whole team, whatever, you could see, certain people that puts in, more work
than the rest.
You understand, right? And even the rest, for example, you see Sipali, he will not really put in much effort like that.
But he'll be acting like he knows everything.
You understand? But when they feel a certain question, you see the guy like, I said, what's happening?
You didn't know it.
You didn't know it now. You understand? If you did, at least you'd have been close. You'd have actually said something, but you just there sit aside, one corner.
When Biggie answers the question, you're like, oh my God,
you start hitting the wall, start facing the wall. It's in the
Even though I know sometimes when people do that is because they have an idea.
Yeah, they have an idea.
I don't trust Bali.
I don't trust them. Well, it's one of that, right?
Yes.
But I mean, congratulations to Tyrone's team. How is it?
More is long. I can't even remember.
Shama. I mean, yeah, it was crazy. But I was surprised how they kicked off actually this team. I said, this guy's really
play. They tried though. They really tried.
This guy tried. We're in second round.
Third position.
First round, they were hot. Second round, I was like, since when did Ezra team just come from nowhere, just clear them like that? That was crazy.
Clean slate.
Man.
It depends on what you do with your clean slate.
Yeah, I think they got too comfortable because from the very beginning, it was actually seemed I
don't think they got too comfortable. It's just a matter of spelling. They're not getting spellings, that's
and that's the thing now, because they believe that, at least they'll be hand in hand or back to back with Tyrone's team.
Yeah, but that's live. That's live.
Well,
that's live.
Amazing stuff. But I mean, that's task for you, right? To just showcase, certain things about themselves. And I mean, I wish, they really had more of that, right? But yeah, sponsors, it is what it is. All right, yeah, let's begin.
Let's get into the business of today.
All right, so yeah.
The gossip. Should we say the conversation?
Gossip. Wait, what's the difference?
It's just a conversation.
Madam, not gossip.
Gossip.
Because I mean,
I just feel like at this point, what would they even talk about?
Mshini and Usuku. No. Mshini. I think it's Mshini and Usuku.
Okay, sorry, Mshini and Usuku.
That one gossip about Uyanda.
That one gossip, or they were just talking about what they saw in the house.
That's the thing. If Usuku can say Uyanda's character is questionable, you understand, and Mshini is agreeing with that. That is one. Two, Mshini talk about how Uyanda has anger issues. Whenever he's drunk.
Yeah, and it increases whenever he's drunk.
And Mshini is saying the same thing as well.
It was Mshini that started it.
Good. Now, see what Mshini is agreeing with. But Ezra is saying Mshini was loose because he's drunk. She won't agree with that.
True.
Huh? So I'm confused. Huh? They're saying,
according to Ezra, that's an observation.
You understand, right?
Mshini has observed that anytime Uyanda is drunk, his anger issues
you understand, he has an anger issue. He has an anger issue. You understand? He's the kind of person that who just start maybe fighting people, just start getting angry unnecessarily, right? That's the problem of what they are saying, right? Now another person talk about how Mshini is kind of loose, even if that wasn't the full reason Ezra was given because she was drunk. The loose simply meant that Mshini is just loose with guys, just going and maybe do one thing with this guy, nothing with that guy, right? Yeah. But still, that was an observation, right? But Mshini, that was disrespect. You understand, right? But if, for example, now Uyanda gets to hear about how Mshini is talking about how, has anger issues when he's drunk, how do you think the guy will see that, right?
Yeah, even Usuku saying that he has questionable character. Questionable behavior. Like, what did he do?
I want to understand something. What have they noticed about Uyanda?
They said during the Robertson Spice Stars or something, their team failed. They are the ones that left. They left the first team to leave was them. So he wasn't happy about it, and he was like bending his head, feeling all angry.
Yeah.
And according to Usuku, she was observing what he was doing because Usuku is in Ashley's team.
Yeah.
That's team Bright Spice or something.
Okay.
Traditional Bright Spice.
Okay.
So she was observing him bending his head and not feeling good about them leaving first. So you get. And I asked myself, what were you expecting from him at that moment? Let's just be honest. Because, sometimes I feel like people try to control other people's behavior.
Yeah.
But if we actually think about it from a logical point of view, it's not as if he was like acting out and shouting and misbehaving. He was seated, feeling bad. So what do you expect him to do? Share other people on? It's his choice if he wants to. It doesn't make him a sore loser at that particular moment. He just feels bad that, oh my God, so my team left. And if you notice during the time they were playing, he wasn't even contributing much. I don't know why. Maybe because he felt like, since people feel like you know it all, Uyanda continue. He will just be there looking.
And I feel, the experience Uyanda has faced in the house concerning, you're close to this goal, but yet it's too far away.
Yeah.
That's the most painful thing that can ever happen.
With the head of house game, Friday Arena.
I feel nobody can handle that experience the way Uyanda is handling this thing. Super League handle them. Do you think Super League could actually handle Uyanda's experience? What's he experienced? He will faint now.
Yes.
Do you know the amount of pain this guy actually
Usuku
Usuku
will be the most annoying outfit.
Handles it so well. Like at the end of the day, just like, okay, is what has happened. Is what has happened. Understand, right? That moment it felt some type of way. You understand, right?
So he didn't do any out of pocket thing, nothing. So Usuku saying that she was observing him, how he was like, I'm like, what did you expect?
I mean, come on.
What were you expecting?
Mshini,
if you're the type of person that likes to, you lost and you're like, I move on with my life. That's okay.
Yeah.
Do you understand? That's fine.
Yeah.
But if he was bending his head at that particular moment, he wasn't blocking your way, nothing. Focus on what you were doing.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. That you see how they're having conversations now. Mshini is talking about how it doesn't have it doesn't have restraining in terms of his own emotions, anger issues, stuff like that, right? Usuku, saying the same thing as well, right? Now for Usuku, now it's the same thing about her. She'll say that is her, that's herself, that's her personality, that's her character.
Yes,
that she can't change who she is.
Yes, because she has said a lot of things that seem weird. A lot of things that doesn't consider other housemates.
So for them now, they always want to keep theirs aside, keep their own character aside, but they'll be putting eyes on other people's own in terms of how they feel about this person's own. Mshini's own is total disrespect. Usuku's own is that's how I am. Talking about Melino's bula, for example, Mshini is laughing about it. When you say Mshini is loose, she'll say disrespect. So I'm like, what's in this up with all these people?
The whole questionable behavior and everything. I ask myself, is it the same show? When someone has, for you to say someone has like a questionable behavior, they must have been acting creepy in a way that is uncomfortable, right? Not like in a way that might seem normal or like, okay, this person is going through it at this moment. Why will you associate his behavior as being questionable when he's just being a human being, acting the way he's supposed to act, like he's supposed to act, not like you're supposed to act, because you might not relate to the fact that or relate to what he's feeling at that moment. So, but you seeing it from your own POV is questionable.
It's questionable.
Unless he's overly complaining and anytime you see Uyanda, or every time you see Uyanda, he's complaining, then at the point, you have fatigue, like at this point, I don't want to hear your rant. You're always complaining all the time.
Does that mean son has a questionable character?
Do you get?
I mean, if son is, let's say, for example now, Sipe that's always rant or complain about almost everything in the house.
Let's say she has a questionable
character.
No.
How?
No. Do you know what it means for someone to have a questionable
character?
Do you know what that means?
Well, I know they finish you because I mean, in that house,
Wednesday.
Right? Yeah. Because I don't know, this conversation I had with Suku, was she not supposed to have that with this person, Uyanda? Huh?
She wasn't actually.
No. Come on now. She has certain conversation with the guy. I mean, how you feel about certain stuff? I mean, something. See, I don't know, Sha.
Yeah, she can, but I said she mustn't. She can decide to have the conversation with her friends.
With her friends.
And that's it, because
Usuku not her friend. Does she know that? Does she know that Usuku's conversation with Mshini was just to tame her because of Biggie? Does Mshini know that?
Is it Mshini?
Yeah.
I'm talking about Usuku.
No, I'm talking about Mshini and Uyanda. She's not supposed to have that conversation with Uyanda telling the guy how she feels about certain stuff.
I feel like Mshini is very close to Uyanda. Yeah. But according to Mshini, that is the reason why she's now drawing back from Uyanda.
Imagine Mshini telling Usuku that the same Usuku way she just collect the information and still taming her there because of Biggie.
Yeah.
Does Mshini even know that Usuku never send her?
Exactly, that kind of thing.
Usuku doesn't like Mshini.
Yeah.
You understand?
It's not like she doesn't like Mshini.
She said it.
She does, but it's just because of the whole
She made it clear. She made it clear that nobody is going to get Biggie Unless she does, right? That if she cannot have Biggie, nobody will. So any conversation I have with Mshini, do you think is actually genuine? She's just there to tame the babe. She like him.
Yeah.
Nah.
She likes her.
No, Marine.
But when it comes to the whole Biggie thing, that's where she's like, okay. It doesn't mean she doesn't like her now.
No.
It just means that at that point, she just wants, she's selfish.
Provided it's not genuine at that moment. That ain't likeness. What are you talking about? That ain't likeness. You're here for a motive. You're here for a mission. And you think you like me? You don't like me. You don't. How can I be safe for you? No. You cannot put that as likeness when there ain't genuineness there.
But my point is that she doesn't dislike her.
It's still the same thing is what I'm saying. Point. If I ain't safe with you, you don't like me. If you're not safe with me, I do not like you. It's that clear. It's that simple.
I guess your point.
Because certain things can happen where I tend to let things go. I just allow things flow naturally. At least that's what it is. We don't like each other. Simple.
She made an example that's that's questionable.
I mean,
she said that in the arena, what's his name? Uyanda sat on her lap.
Yeah.
And he saw Biggie.
Yeah.
From the other side. And Uyanda goes, beg, let me stand up before Biggie kills me.
Wow.
She found out weird. Are you serious?
Okay.
Is that not a joke?
Okay.
If you always see someone with someone, let's say for example, I'm always seeing Sweet Glover and Ashley. Yeah. And I come to Sweet Glover. Let's say for example, I sat beside him and I know Ashley is the type of person that she always gets jealous, for example. I'm like, I beg, let me stand up before Ashley will cut my head. Is that not normal?
Yeah.
Why did she read too much meaning into it, saying that, that's the reason why I don't want to talk to him like that too? Because I felt like, why would he even say that? Why won't he say that?
Oh, wow, that's crazy. Okay.
It's nothing. Like, I don't even understand what I mean.
I get that.
It's nothing. It's nothing. People say that. Yeah. I don't want to call you glue now. Before Ashley will cut my head.
Before Ashley will go cut my neck.
Exactly. It's just an easy joke. It's nothing. So I feel like when you start to have a perceived what's it called? Like a perceived notion of someone, you start to see the little things they do. You take them seriously. Because I felt like him sitting on your lap and seeing BK and standing up and saying, me, I don't want BK to kill me. It's nothing.
I don't know.
Like when she made reference to that, I'm like, Mshini at this point just shush. Just saying nonsense.
I don't know. Mshini, she's just fond of doing her own. Easy. You understand? But if her own is being treated, she don't go like that one, right? So simply the same thing, right? Talking about how this person, Melino, is disrespecting you, whatever. Yeah. But does Melino know you actually was sizing his bulla? So
body shaming.
So I'm like, what are you?
Body shaming his
Manchi, please.
penis.
Manchi, you don't. Come on, man. Well. Away from that, please. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. Jojo. Jojo said it's really in the game, I might Jojo talk sometimes. She just reminds me of all this, all this head mistress.
Yes, all this vice chancellor.
All this fat hats like that.
Exactly. All these big hats that has something in front.
One fat skirt and one tiny
blazer.
Exactly.
With her koi shoes.
Exactly. Koi. I think yesterday she went around wearing her heels.
I saw it. She looks like one teacher. Just like
Jojo,
the baby, and it's the fact that the housemates have noticed that Jojo is not asking; she's telling.
She's telling the story, right? They quite enjoy her reign. Has this kind of motherly vibe reign, Yes. In terms of how the guys, right?
You see how sparkly the house was.
Yeah, Come on, she's bent on cleanliness, which is cool, amazing. Well. All right, Jojo.
So she said that Ezra does things that reminds her of her trauma. And Umlilo was like, have you told him? Have you mentioned your trauma to him? So that, sometimes, you remind me of what your trauma. But they don't even know what they are doing. Sometimes, and it's not their fault.
Not a fault, yeah.
You have to communicate. You have to say. You have to tell. Do you get? If you're the type of person that you do not want to say what your traumas are, then you have to stay away from the person so that you can't be relieving your trauma. Do you understand what I mean?
I'm sure it's because of how Ezra doesn't understand boundaries. Probably.
I understand what you're saying.
Probably. So,
but now,
in that way, now it's now still putting Ezra in a more negative light. When she's talking about trauma now, this is why they started calling Ezra in a way a grippy kind of person, a grippy behavior. She's talking about trauma now. Only God knows the kind of trauma she's talking about.
I don't know.
You understand, right?
It's us, we don't know.
You see now, you understand, right? So her communicating with this guy now, Ezra, is the best thing, right? Because for him now, he wants to understand what you're talking about. He wants to even understand your traumatic events, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, a sane person, a normal person should understand certain things, he or she's not supposed to do. For example, on Jojo being in her own gown, Ezra just come from nowhere. carry on like this. They raise on my ball. They raise on like ball. Raise on like ball. Understand, right?
You know, so people don't
I don't know. Yeah.
I don't know why people feel like it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable, especially when you know you're not. Yeah, see, this is someone's body. They are in charge of their body. Yeah. Then when you come and like invade their privacy and touch their body, it feels uncomfortable. But I don't know why people don't know that it feels uncomfortable, especially if they don't like you. If they like you, they will enjoy it. You enjoy it, right? But if they don't like you, it will be so irritating. But at the same time, he doesn't know your trauma. He doesn't know. So you communicate and tell him this. I don't like it. According to me, you know. Advisor. That's what he told her. Yeah, that's what he could tell her, right? And Jojo was like, you know, that's not like, you know, she didn't tell him that. She can't really tell him about, you know, her traumatic events. But just like, you know, she had a conversation with the guy. And so that's why that, you know, these are things I don't really like, you understand, right? Things I really like for you to stop. Yes. You understand, right? I'm like, okay. And she even said she can't give you special treatment. Yeah, she can't. Anymore. And she said she's not even in love with him. Wow. Because I think Ezra might have said he's in love with her or whatever. Yeah, because she said that Ezra came to her and told her that, you know, he likes her very much. I think I heard that. You understand, right? And if you can remember, the person called, you know, as the realest person, you know, was Jojo, right? And I'm even about to leave the table. You understand, right? So, I mean, him now telling, you know, Jojo that, you know, he likes her. Jojo was like, I'm not in love with you, Ezra. That's not how she put it. You know, she was just trying to say that, you know, that, are you using me? Are you trying to use me, you know, as your game? Yeah. Are you trying to use me as a strategy? Because even Melina was trying to ask, you know, Jojo, are you using Ezra as a strategy or game? You know, she said no. Far from that. Far from that. You understand, right? That she can't do that, right? The same thing she asked Ezra, right? That she's not in love with the guy that, you know what? Let's get to know each other. Let's get to know each other. Then when we get outside the house, we now know whether you still like me or not. Yabo. I said, okay, fine and good. Jojo said it's real in the game. You understand, right? So all of a sudden she said she doesn't want to hurt the guy's feelings. Yeah, you know, that's told him to reduce his affection. You understand, right? Yeah. Maybe that's why you're not really seeing Ezra doing all those, you know, touchy, you know, like he does, right? And then that boss man is more like, you know, she said out of 100%, out of 100%, McClan, just 20% she likes about Ezra. 20%. Oh la la. Everybody say ooh la la. Ooh la la. That's crazy. 20%. I'm like, what? Oh my God. No. I'm like, okay, that's really crazy. Because, you know, Melina, of course, I had to ask about Luzuko's side. And that's when, you know, she said that Luzuko is 100% out of the picture. He's done. All right, so. I was like, I don't know why anytime Luzuko have, you know, ever since Nate said that stuff about Luzuko asking her questions. Yeah, stupid questions, yeah. If you remember, right, I said, why will you be asking her stupid questions, right? I noticed that he asks questions. Yeah, he does actually. And those questions are stupid, so annoying. They are really stupid questions. Need to know, like, Need to know, like, stupid questions. Luzuko is always about, you know, getting information from you, digging. And I feel like he takes advantage of the fact that someone opens up to him to fetch information. Once you answer Luzuko's first question, he goes deeper. He doesn't understand boundaries. He just goes, 6, and he asks uncomfortable questions. That's what he does, and it doesn't make sense. In the kitchen, like, why? That's what we asked in the kitchen. And you know him asking Luzuko about BK and all of that. I don't know, Luzuko, nah. I can never find these conversations entertaining. I can't. Like, he annoys me. That's it. Okay, I mean, how about you think he was not asking about the Suka about BK? So. Yes, now he asked. That's the whole point of this thing. Okay, you don't have to go into detail about it because I don't like seriously like his conversations. He get really really annoy me. Yeah, it does. And at first, I felt you know. Imagine Luzuko asking Luzuko whether he have been intimate with Tembuzi. Having intimate. Now, wow, like, since when did we have a stand where you can ask me such questions? Like, I mean, it's someone else that can ask, and all Luzuko since when? Like, even Matt herself have not asked. I don't know their conversation. Yeah. But it's Matt first before you now. See this one. So that when you now have that, now go and talk about the men's conference or go and, you know, talk behind the Tembuzis and back. Because, you know, Luzuko sometimes he doesn't know what he's even doing. Yeah. He doesn't know if he's here or there. Voila. Please go on, Jerry. I want to say something. Yeah. That's it. Why would be asking someone, have you guys been intimate? Yeah. So when she now said intimate as in how, like, oh no, I'm not talking about like it. I'm talking about like kisses and what you ask. Yeah, that's what you want to say. There's one person's name you mentioned. Who? BK. I don't know. There's someone you want to, it wasn't Nate. There's someone you want to talk about. Yeah. I said said, Nate now. Nate will talk about, Nate, I see how she behaves sometimes. And sometimes she can be mean. I don't know what's the issue between her and Abobo, but they have been going through it. And if you guys remember yesterday, Abobo was trying to tie her up and put her under the sun.
Under the sun, yeah.
Do you get?
And Nate called him an evil farmer.
Yeah, I don't know. They have been going back and forth. Even yesterday, I saw Abobo ranting to Nsuku. Even before this person came in, Luzuko, he was ranting about Nate. I don't know. I can't
it's the same Nate that was advising Abobo now that he has changed. Abobo is not the kind of Abobo that, she used to know, stuff like that. Abobo, at that time, garden area, and when Nate was advising Abobo.
Yes.
I can remember, right? Yes. Just because Abobo, when he wants his manicure or pedicure, he wants it, understand? He has seen that he has changed.
Abobo too, likes problem. Abobo too likes problem. And the reason why I feel like the reason why he's like that is because the housemate don't take him seriously. Yeah. And because of that, he has to be a villain because why will you be talking to me anyhow? Right. Nate talks to people anyhow. Notice, even during this rehearsal, she's always like, she doesn't know how to put her words in a way that it doesn't offend people.
Exactly. Even Ashley tried to do that, but she had to tell them that, I'm sorry, I'm just not, so I'm sounding rude. My tone is just, trying to make sure things are in order, right? Yeah. Nate immediately had to just go and cook. She didn't even take any permission, nothing. She just went to go and cook. Jojo was like, Nate, where are you going? He said, I want to go and cook. Jojo said, okay. Crazy.
So I was just trying to say that Nate complaining about Luzuko, that Luzuko asks stupid questions. Yeah. Even though I know Nate annoys me as well, but it will stop me from actually feeling how I feel. Yeah. Do you get? If Luzuko asks stupid questions, then why are you asking stupid questions?
Yeah, he does ask stupid questions actually. Do you get? Yeah, I got to witness that. They're actually quite stupid. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah,
truth be told, right? It is what it is. Well, let's test them, client. I don't know if they really understand this wager. Yeah. But I mean, Biggie.
He said they should do a pantomime.
That's what's going to happen. Whether Biggie's going to allow them with that wager or not. But I mean, they're putting in effort because these people are so tired, man. Now the work is crazy.
Biggie, give them their win.
The work is crazy.
Yes, yesterday it was a lot for them. A lot Come on now.
You understand, right? Yeah. But I mean, it is what it is. They really can't have so much energy when it comes to chillers, punch, and pool party, and Saturday night party. And the other side, they will be found.
They suffer. They really suffer yesterday.
That's balance.
From farm I get that, right?
But they don't try. They're working so hard.
Arena to rehearsal.
So hard, right? What's up, client? Ready on the drill. Remember, comment. Let us know what you feel about this video. If you love this video, please make sure you give this video a thumbs up. And like the videos, share this episode. Say thank you guys. The very best guys are awesome. Always remember never to give up. Be the best at what you do. Success is guaranteed. No option. Thank you guys. Peace. Yeah, boy. Check a lot.